too soon to ask such a question?
No, it's not too soon. I speak to anyone. I speak to people who have done worse things to me in life. Worse. I mean, what Floyd did was, compared to what people did to me, is nothing. So I talk to everyone. I met Mbuyiseni at the ZCC.
Church,
St. Agnes. I went to greet him. He was facing the other way. I went to him and I went to greet him. So I have no problem at all. CD, I think one of the things that make me survive is that I'm the only child. So I've never sought anyone's protection or endorsement or anything. I know I have to fight for my things. I have to fight for myself. So there's no brother who has ever said, hey, what's better what sanjike babet self. And then I'll come better go with your woman. But that was 10.
There's a personal cost story of being Julius Malema.
Mm-hmm.
For me, actually, I had a conversation with Matlatz about this once. Because at some point, we're laughing at the fact that you and boy Mama Bolo were actually like seen as two peas in a pod. So when you look at him today and I look at you today, even looking at Josie Butani, the cost of the relationships, the personal bits of this journey, when you reflect on that, what goes through your mind?
Nothing. I mean, to call Mbuyiseni an ice boy was an extreme insult. Mbuyiseni had a role to play, was a spokesperson, was a commissar, was this. Boy Mama Bolo was my ice boy. I used to send him to fetch girls, send him to buy ice, send him to go buy alcohol. He had no opinion. Even now, he doesn't have an opinion. So he was useful for such things. So when you lose a nanny, you get another nanny. And then you want to remember the other nanny. I mean, I don't have time for that. He had a problem because he thought he was better than Jacob Lebo. And he thought I was favoring Jacob Lebo over him. They are both Jacobs, by the way. Yes. So he thought I was favoring Lebo over him. And then I said, no, but he's got nothing to offer. Like nothing. If a person stops a discussion to call someone with a private part, you must know they've got nothing to offer. And not in English. To be called those things in English, they sound a bit better. It's an undesirable person. So now I don't, and then you say I must sit here and never regret that. No, I can't.
How do you feel about it?
I don't feel anything. And then Josie. What's about Josie when he resigned from the legislature? I was called by Tumi Mukwena. You might remember my former lawyer. I don't know, this guy is gone. I don't know, you're mad. It's not going to happen. And then I said, let's put him on the line. He said, Josie, I hear you have resigned from the legislature. Leave those things. I hear you have resigned from the legislature. He said, yes. I said, okay, no, sharp. No problem. And then that's where the conversation stopped. Because that's what was bringing us together, the organization. So I must hear from the streets, and the EFF must hear from the ANC, because the speaker is ANC, saying to the EFF, the person has resigned. It's unfair. So, and then that's how it ended. I never did anything wrong to Jews. What he does, then he leaves the EFF. He insults me, insults my mother, he insults my grandmother, calls me with all types of things. And then, apparently, allegedly tried to commit suicide. And he was in coma for a very long time.
Which you used as a pot shot at a rally.
Yeah, and then they call me. Josie is in a hospital. Can we please move him from public hospital into a private hospital so that he can recover? I said, no, I'm not going to do it. You guys like testing me. I've not done anything to anyone. I'm just sitting here enjoying my own freedom. Came with 1994. A person insults me. I don't respond. Even these ones who are trying to form parties, They tried taking jabs at me. I'm not going to respond.
People are wondering why you didn't say anything about Floyd. Even
Nature will resolve them. It's not me. I'm not God. I don't control what they do. But look at all of them. You can single them out. You can actually leave that thing you are doing of studying politics in Africa. Just study those who left the EFF and where they are. Do a thesis on that. They're going to take your honors into masters straight because, hey, they are hobos. Even the ones that Floyd is with in MK and in the new thing of theirs, Maibuye, they are calling me.
They also suggest that your councillors are also calling him.
They can call him. Me. They can call him. They can go. I don't have a problem. They can go. They are not the best of society. We did many of them favors. Many. They can go. That's when we're trying to attract quantity. Now we are working on quality. Anyone who comes with a tendency that suggests this person is not with us in the EFF in a genuine sense, we don't waste time. We show you the door same time. We can't be killed by people who are with us here. And whether you call us anything you want to call us, we'll do everything to survive. Everything. We're not going to be beaten and get eaten alive because when we act, we're going to be called dictators or going to be called anything. How do you leave EFFs and say it's an organization of dictators and you go into an organization of a person who can make a decree? A president can make a decree. There's no such a thing in the EFF where I can just wake up and announce that the whole thing is reshuffled. We've got a new team. No. So I'm not shaken by anything because I know their individual capacity. I know what they are capable of and what they are not capable of. So some of them can't look after themselves. They can't. So to look after an organization.
You know the question of your presidency. It's been 12 years of you at the helm in the EFF. I find that it gets a bit tricky for the party to discuss it when it's at conference because it's a heated, it's tense, it's a conference. Is there room for a conversation about a EFF without Malema and Malema without an EFF presidency in between?
I don't get that.
So the conversation about you continuing as president, it often comes up when you guys are going to conferences. A part of me wonders whether or not there's room for a conversation to happen now when there is no conference about whether or not your continued stay is what the party needs best and whether or not it's also what's best for you to continue serving as president of the EFF.
You know, I if you remember the speech I gave at the gala dinner, and I was speaking very good about Floyd. I said,
when you were firing a salvo at Floyd,
I said
veiled threats at Floyd.
I said to him, you guys, you're going to inherit this thing, and just don't conspire against me. Because if I find out, I'm very shrewd. I'll fight back. I'm not the type that you're going to fight and you think I'm going to smile. Both in personal life, in business, in politics, I'm not that type. So you cannot go, just tell me. Why are you not telling me? Why am I telling you? When after we buried Moshe Mphahlele, we sat there at his home under the tree for a very long time. And I told Mbuyiseni in the presence of Floyd, Marshall, and I can't remember, Tembi was there, and many others. I said, I hear you want to be an SG. No, you can't. Marshall is here. Marshall is going to be an SG. Why would you want to contest Marshall? You comrades are still young. This thing, it belongs to you. You are going to inherit it. It's only natural that we are going to live. There's nothing that will keep us here. If anything, I'm not going to leave this office like Mangosuthu Buteles. I'm still very young, both in age and the body. I mean, if you look at me, you think I'm 38. I'm 44 years old. And then you're asking me about retirement. What must I do now at 44? This is the only thing I know. You've got organizations led by pensioners. I just said to you, Olome said 70. Cyril at whatever age, all of them. Actually, I think I'm only older than Floyd of people who are forming parties, people who are leading political parties. The rest are older than me. So I'm the one who's being asked to retire at this age.
You're
I'm
not being asked to
No,
retire.
you're asking a question, and I know what is the conversation about that question.
What is the
The
conversation?
conversation is, when are you leaving?
No, Julius.
Yeah. So you're asking me, when am I leaving?
No
Leaving
one's
to
rushing
where?
you to leave. It's just a question of
No, I'm being rushed out. If you're pushing me out like that, you are actually removing me. You see, you are not saying to me, you contributed enough. We think we must now thank you. Go and stay at home. Don't push me, because I'm going to push back.
you.
Anyone who wants to remove me, he's got all the right to do that. But you must know that when I respond, I respond. And I take time to respond. But you guys, you don't remember what they did before Julius responded. That you don't remember. You only remember the Julius response. What makes me happy about the whole, they can say whatever nonsense they want to say. You said, Floyd, you never said anything about Floyd. You know why? He never dared to say that thing to me, on my face. He had access to me in private, in public. So why would I entertain such a coward? He never dared to say those things he's saying about me. He never told me, on my face. He never, if he's that strong and political, he never tried chances to remove me.
Within the party.
Yeah, then you can remove me from outside. Dali, with his qualifications of being a credentials, lawyer, this and that, a brave man, what. He never said those things he says about me on my face. Mbuyiseni never said any nonsense he says about me on my face. And then they act all brave when they are outside. Come be brave here. Let's see what's going to happen. Anything I had to say to them, I said it to them right on their faces.
This is Piri. This is back and forth now happening.
That's why
to
when
you.
Dali says, let's join, let's collapse it, I tell him on his face, no, it's not going to happen. And they are scared to tell him. They come to me. Or no, we're with this person in a meeting. This is what he said. Okay, call him. And then he came, I told